okay, I want to buy this $100 pair of shoes. Before it was, I only needed $20 because I can buy now, pay later, or 0% APR, or put it on my credit card. We're not doing that anymore. Now it's, I want to buy this $100 pair of shoes. I got $100 in my bank account. Can I afford this $100 pair of shoes? And this is where the answer is no. Because now, if you really want to build wealth, you can't keep spending all of your money. This is what I call net zero thinking. And this is what keeps so many people broke. And I have seen this happen in so many instances. Because now when you want something, you're going to find a way to get it. And when you think in terms of net zero, which is how our system works, our society, the American economic system runs on a consumerism society, which is built on spending. Hate it or love it, that is what it is. Now, if you understand this, you can benefit from it. If you don't understand it, you're the one that's paying the price. Our American economic system is built around spending money. And most people think in terms of spending. When people get $1,000, they think, what can I buy with $1,000? If I can make an extra $10,000 a year, what can I buy with this extra $10,000 a year? If I won $100,000, what would I buy with this extra $100,000? What kind of car could I buy? What kind of vacations could I buy? We think in terms of spending. And now when you think in terms of spending, you assume that if I have $1,000 in my bank, I got to go out and spend $1,000 because I have $1,000 of spending ability. And this is the mindset that you have to break right here, which is now the simplest way to do this is to follow something like my rule of 5, which says if you cannot buy 5 of them, you cannot afford one of them. So now you go to the store, you got $100 in the bank, you want to buy the $100 pair of shoes. Now, before you would have been like, heck yeah, I can afford this. $20 a month payments, I can afford the whole shoe, I can afford it. No, that is broke thinking. We're now going to be thinking in terms of wealthy thinking. So now, if you want to afford that $100 pair of shoes, now you need $500 in your bank account to be able to afford the $100 pair of shoes. This way, now you're not spending all of your money and you cannot do the net zero thinking. And yes, this is going to become very difficult because now you're going to have to cut back on some of the things that you buy. If you want to go out and buy these nice things that you don't need, yeah, you're going to need more money to buy them. You want to go out and start flexing, you're going to need more money to do that. But it's going to keep more money for yourself, which will allow you to make yourself rich. Remember, asset versus liability. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket. When I go out and I invest my money into a stock or into real estate or into this thing is making me money. I own investments that pay me. When I go out and I spend $100,000 on a rental property, this $100,000 that I went out and spent is paying me every single month. If I took that same $100,000 and I bought a brand new car, a new BMW, that BMW would look nice, but that BMW would be losing value each and every day. That BMW would be eating up the premium gas. That BMW would have expensive insurance. That BMW is going to have expensive maintenance. And on top of that, the value of the BMW is going to be dropping. So when I go out and buy that car, it looks nice, but it's a liability. It's making the BMW company rich. It made the salesperson rich, but it's keeping me broke. When I go out and I buy something like a rental property, now I'm getting paid. Month after month after month after month after month. And if I buy it in a good area, the value of my real estate is also going up. But that's not why I buy. I'm buying for the cash flow. And now, if I do this correctly, I have the money coming in to go out and buy a car, and I don't have to work for it anymore. See, most people are working to drive a faster car. Most Americans work to have nicer things. Wealthy people work to have more assets. Assets are things that you buy for the purposes of making you money. Now, the nice thing is you don't need a ton of money to start investing in assets. You can start investing with as little as $1 nowadays, thanks to the new technologies out there. But you just have to get started, and it starts with your mindset, with what's between your ears, because if you spend all your money, you're never going to have the opportunity or the ability to invest in assets because you have no money to invest because you kept spending all of your money. You kept having this net zero thinking, and this is where now we have to break that before we can take the money out of the ship. We're talking about now, how do we pay down your debt? Well, the first thing you do before you even start paying it down is you got to stop the problem that caused the debt in the first place. And that's why now we got to plug the hole, and that means you're not going to go deeper into debt. You have to control the spending before you can actually fix the debt. That's why right now we're so focused on the mindset side. And this is where now that rule of 5 will help you understand the difference between being able to buy something and being able to afford something. And the last thing now to plug that ship that will help you understand this, to tie it all together, is to understand the difference between a need versus a want. Because you need a car to get to and from work. You just want a BMW. You need nice clothes to wear to your job. You just want Gucci. You need a home to live in. You just want the 3,500 square foot house. You need food to eat. You just want to shop at Whole Foods. And this is where now you have to understand that difference between a need and a want. And when you're trying to now plug that hole, you're going to have to really dig in and see, what do you really need? If you enjoyed this short clip from my longer videos, here's another clip that I think you'll love. And while you're at it, if you're interested in learning more about how to start generating passive income, our team put together an amazing guide on how to start generating passive income for free. All you got to do is click that button right over there. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.